Mechatronics Engineering. You've heard of it, right? Well, it's more likely that you haven't. But why is that? And what is mechatronics engineering? Well, before I get into what mechatronics engineering is, let me tell you a little bit about its origin. The word mechatronics was first coined by a Japanese engineer named Tetsuro Mori back in 1969. The word mechatronics is a portmanteau of the words mechanics and electronics. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, mechatronics is defined as the branch of technology concerned with the integration of mechanics, electronics, and embedded computer control. But what does this mean? In its most basic form, mechatronics can be seen when a sensor, which is electrical, sends a signal which triggers a mechanism, which is of course mechanical. And this process repeats itself. Getting a little more complex, mechatronics is when a sensor sends data to a program, which then processes this data and sends the appropriate signal to a mechanism. This program being the integration of computer engineering. Again, this process repeats itself, and this is what we know as a mechatronics system. If you were to go onto the internet and search up mechatronics, one of the first things you would find is this diagram, which shows that mechatronics is mainly made up of 4 different types of engineering. Those being control systems, electronic systems, mechanical system, and computers. The reason for this is because one of the main goals of mechatronics is automation, and so it is closely associated with robotics. Today, mechatronics is being used to create robots that pose as servants in order to take care of people, or as waiters in restaurants. Mechatronics is also playing a big role in the creation of self-driving cars, and one example in which it is applied here is through the auto brake mechanisms, which of course use sensors. When researching why mechatronics isn't too well known, I focused on why that is within the US. But it is safe to assume that this could be applied to most other countries around the world. Mechatronics concepts originated in Japan, meaning that it was a foreign influence and was slow to catch on in the US. When looking at its early education, it was initially taught independently by mechanical, electrical, or computer engineer professors who thought they were knowledgeable enough to teach mechatronics. Later, through the establishment of mechatronics labs, curriculums were developed and mechatronics was officially classified as a field. Still, in the US, there are only a handful of colleges and universities that offer an ABET accredited mechatronics engineering degree. With this said, if you are interested in getting a degree in any engineering field, I suggest you take a couple mechatronics courses yourself. Because mechatronics is a very broad field, if you don't like it, at the very least, it will help you narrow down which engineering field you are more interested in. As I mentioned earlier in the video, mechatronics is being used to create a lot of new technologies, and its concepts are fueling programs such as SpaceX by Elon Musk. Personally, I believe mechatronics is very important, and I like to refer to it as the career of the future. I actually have a cousin who just graduated and got his mechatronics degree from the Technological School of Superior Studies, known as TESE, in Ecatepec, Mexico. And he worked a lot with robotic arms and drones. So I would like to congratulate him and let him know that I will be joining him very soon. So I would like to thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you share this with your friends.